Hey guys, it's Linda Hobson here, your hashtag online BFF. And today I want to talk about a really cool blog that I read this morning. It was actually the subject of an article I was reading on entrepreneur.com, and they had a link to go to the actual blog and read the whole blog. And the article was very interesting, so I definitely wanted to click through and read the blog. And the blog actually really resonated with me, so I wanted to share it with you today. And these particular bloggers have been blogging for quite some time. I believe they started back in 2006. The name of the blog is Marc and Angel Hack Life, and the name of this particular blog is 30 Things You Do Not Want to Do to Yourself. And I don't know if you've seen my previous videos. I hope you have. Please check them out if you haven't. I talk a lot about how success leaves clues. And I don't just mean success in business, because I do talk a lot about business, but in this particular sense, it can be related to business or just life in general. You know, we all want to have a life where we're happy and we're content with where we are, but we're growing, and we have goals to get better tomorrow than we were today. And so these are things that really correlate with either thing, business or life in general, whether you're in business or not. And there's 30 of them, obviously, with the title, but I cut it down to 15 because I didn't want to go through the whole article. But I will have a link to the original article on this blog, as well as my YouTube channel, and so that you can click through and read it. I highly recommend it. It was very, very good. And so the first one is... I'm going to read it so I don't mess it up. Stop spending time with the wrong people. And I've kind of talked about this before. There is a mentor, and I forgot who it is. I wish I could remember right now. But he says if you are in a room with a bunch of people and you're the smartest person there, you're in the wrong room. That you really want to try to associate yourself with people that are smarter than you, more successful than you, and maybe know more in whatever you want to learn, because that's how you're going to get better. Not that you want to be the worst person in the room. You don't want to think about it that way. What you want to think about is you want to be open to learning from those people that you are surrounding yourself with. And the same thing with friends, It doesn't really matter if they make more or less than you, but you want to make sure that in that friendship that they are contributing to the friendship as much as you are. If you're contributing a lot of the friendship and they are basically, for lack of a better term, using you, and they don't reciprocate in kindness or favors or whatever the case may be, then you need to really cut ties with those people. And you may not want to, if it's been the person's been a friend for a long time, you may not want to cut all ties, but spend less time with those people, because really what they're doing is sucking the happiness and the energy out of you, and you don't want that. Number 2 is stop trying to be something you are not. And I had talked about this in a previous video. I don't remember which one it was, but it was from the book that I love, that I talk a lot about, which is by Maxwell Maltz, the Psycho-Cybernetics book. And he talks about people who are they want to be perceived as a certain person, either really successful or really wealthy or really sociable, and they're kind of faking it till they make it. And first of all, that takes a lot of energy, and it really doesn't do any good for your self-esteem, because your brain knows that you're faking it, that you're basically lying to yourself and to other people, and it's really going to drag you down, plus the fact that it takes so much time and energy to keep that facade up. And really, people want to know the real you. They want to, even if, you're on Facebook or Instagram or doing videos like I do, I always strive to be my authentic self. And, and that's really what this particular thing not to do is all about is be authentic, and people will love you for who you are. You don't want them to love you for what you're pretending to be. Number 3 is stop being scared to make a mistake. And I talk a lot about this because a lot of people, including myself, have fallen into this trap, especially in business, where I didn't really want to do a certain thing because I wasn't sure I was going to do it right. And, because I want to make sure everything, including videos, I wanted to make sure I was well rested, that my hair was perfect, that my makeup was perfect. And so I wound up not shooting videos. I would procrastinate because I just, I didn't want to make a mistake. And the same thing with making decisions about my business and life, scared to make a mistake. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are. But the thing is that imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time. So when you're looking to build that better life for yourself and build a better you for yourself, don't be afraid to make those mistakes. And, just keep going. That's how we learn, is from our mistakes. So don't be afraid. And then the next one is number 4. Stop berating yourself for past mistakes you've made in the past. And I've talked about this too before, is that, besides being afraid of making mistakes, which when you've made past mistakes, a lot of times that will, it kind of helps in the feeling of being afraid to make mistakes because you've made mistakes in the past. But there's a reason why your rear view mirror is small and your windshield is big. When you're driving a car, you need to glance at the rear to make sure everything is okay and that, you kind of know where you've been. But the windshield is bigger because you really need to concentrate on where you're going. And the same thing in life. You want to look at your past mistakes and learn from them. Don't obsess about them and be afraid to do things because you've made mistakes in the past. Look at them, learn from them, and then go on. And as I've talked about before, with being a goal-seeking mechanism, tweak or change your course a little bit, get back on track, and then that's how you're going to get to where you want to be, your vision of your perfect life, your goal, whatever it may be. So don't keep looking at the past. Have your eyes on your future. Number 5, stop looking exclusively to others for your happiness. And I have heard this over and over with, I have many, many friends on Facebook and, of course, some friends in quote-unquote real life. And it's like they're looking for something to be happy. They're looking for a better job to be happy or another job to be happy. They're looking for more money to be happy. They're looking for the perfect soulmate to be happy. And really what needs to be done is you need to go backwards and you need to be happy just because. You need to be happy with your life and you need to be happy with yourself. And then those things that you want will come into your life. It's not the other way around. It's not, if I have another job that makes more money, then I'll be happy. If I have a boyfriend that treats me nicely, then I'll be happy. You have to be, the choice is yours. You have to choose to be happy. And if your situation is that it's really hard to do that, you need to think of things that make you happy. If you've got kids, think of your kids that make you happy. If it's an experience you've had in the past that, was just a really great day, think of that. Things that are going to bring up those feelings of happiness and keep those with you all the time. And when you become happy with yourself and where you are at this point in time, then things will come into your life that will increase your happiness. So remember that. Number 6, stop being idle. Success in business and in life loves motion. That's why imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time, whether we're talking about business or your life. So stop being a couch potato, being a hermit in your house, stop being idle, and be active in this life. We only have one life to live, and then when it's over, it's over. So you need to be in it. You have to jump in and step into your greatness, and really live this life. No matter what your situation is, take that moment and make an action plan to get to where you want to be if you're not where you are at this moment. Number 7, stop thinking you're not ready. Whether it's starting a new business, getting another job, finding a boyfriend or a girlfriend, having kids, no matter what happens, you're never going to be completely ready. So you just need to jump in with both feet, stop being afraid of making mistakes, and do it, because that's what's going to catapult you towards your goal or that perfect life that you've envisioned. Let's see, number 8, stop trying to compete with everyone else. And I had a problem with this for a while. Through self-development, I've changed my mindset. But I've always struggled with weight, and I always compared myself to my friends and just other people, and kind of wish I was like that. Or in business, I wish I had their success, or I wish, I was at that point. What you need to realize is you're at where you are now for a reason, and take responsibility for that, and compete with yourself. As I mentioned over and over again, get better today than you were yesterday. And then compete with yourself. If I did such and such today, can I do such and such plus 5 tomorrow? Keep competing with yourself, and that's where you're going to succeed, again, in either business or life. 9, stop being jealous of others. And I too, they kind of go hand in hand, had problems with this, where I'm jealous of, friends who, I feel look better, they're thinner than I am, their hair looks better than mine does, or business partners who are, succeeding faster than I am, or building faster than I am. And get jealous. And really now, again, through personal development, I cannot say this enough, it is key to having a happy, healthy, successful life. Whether you choose to be in business or not, I talk a lot about business because I am in business. But really, these rules go hand in hand with life in general, not just business. And you have to let go of that jealousy that you choose to be happy, and jealousy cannot live in the same room with happiness. And so if you choose to be happy, when that other person succeeds, and maybe that person looks really good because they've lost, some weight, or they've achieved a certain goal, whether it be in business or financial or a new job or whatever it may be really sincerely happy for them. And when you're sincerely happy for them, you will find, when you let go of jealousy, that you will start to become happy with your own life. So, no jealousy. Number 10, stop complaining and feeling sorry for yourself. And I see this over and over again in Facebook for sure. I've fallen into this before. You kind of get into this mindset where, you're feeling sorry for yourself because you feel like life is kicking you in the teeth. And, you just want somebody to listen to you and hug you and pat you on the back and tell you that everything is okay. But you have to choose that life is going to be okay. No matter what your situation is, you have to decide that you're going to do what it takes to turn things around. And really what happens is when you complain about your situation, or that life sucks and all that kind of stuff, you're really sucking the positive energy out of your body and everyone around you. And as I said before, you have to choose to be happy, and it can be addicting to have those, self-loathing, life sucks, negative feelings, because people will tell you it's going to be okay, and saying prayers for you and all that, and that makes you feel good. But really, to change the situation, you need to choose to be happy and to do something about whatever the situation is that is making you feel that way. Number 11, stop overlooking the beauty of small moments. And that's kind of what I was talking to before in a previous don't do this thing, is to live life to its fullest. No matter what situation you're in, no matter where you're starting from, just, choose to be happy, live life to its fullest, and don't overlook even those small moments, small successes, small moments of happiness. Keep those in your mind, because that's what's going to just help you get better, have a better life, be a better person the next day, be happier, and you will see a difference if you really start appreciating those small moments. 12, stop following the path of least resistance. And really, I see this a lot in my business, because people think that, especially in online business, because they see, work a couple hours, a week, and you're going to be rich, that is not necessarily true. Once you've established yourself and you've really built up a successful business, it does take less time to keep growing and keep going. But at the beginning, you're really going to have to work for it. So, quit looking for the quick fix, for the, lottery ticket's going to be the answer to all my problems. Start thinking about real solutions as to what's going to help you better your business, better yourself, make you happy, increase your financial situation, whatever it may be. Look at real solutions, not, that money's going to fall from the sky, or I'm going to win the, lottery, and then everything will be okay. Quit taking the easy way out, because that is usually not how success is going to occur. Number 13, stop blaming others for your troubles. And I see this a lot on Facebook too, when they're boohooing about how life sucks and that, nobody understands how terrible the situation is, and always blaming others for their situation. If someone else has caused a bad situation, get away from that person. Stop talking about that person. I see a lot, because I'm Facebook friends with a lot of people, and I communicate a lot with some, and some just kind of every once in a while. But I'll see their posts, and it'll be so and so, and they drag out their dirty laundry, and they're crabbing about this other person, and and just dragging out all the dirty details. And when you do that, you're giving power to that thing that made you unhappy to begin with. Secondly, you're giving power to the person that caused that to begin with. And what you need to do is just cut off that person right away, quit talking about it, and it's all about you making the decision to change your life, to turn your life around. And if you, say for boyfriends, because I see this a lot too, is that, every boyfriend is doing, this is just another guy that did this and cheated or has done me wrong. And take a look. You have to be honest with yourself. Take a look inside and quit choosing a different guy with the same pair of pants on. Oprah talked about that. You need to learn your lesson, and God's going to keep teaching you the lesson until you get it. And I love that show. I don't remember what episode it was that she talked about that he's gonna keep bringing you the problem dressed in a different pair of pants until you finally get it. And that doesn't necessarily mean just a boyfriend or a girlfriend where, why am I a creep magnet? Why am I, a biatch magnet? Whatever it may be. It's also in life. Why does, life keep kicking me in the teeth? Why does, this happen to me all the time? Why does that happen to me all the time? Look at what's going on, figure out why it keeps happening to you, and then change so that your life gets better. Okay, number 14, stop focusing on what you don't want. And you guys, if you've followed me, you know that I am a great fan of the law of attraction. But no matter whether you believe in it or not, there are so many books that talk about this, that if you focus on what you don't want, you're going to get exactly that. It may not be called law of attraction. It may be called manifesting your own destiny. It may be called the Murphy's Law, anything like that. But quit focusing on what you don't want. I don't want to be, broke all the time. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to keep dating the same jerk. It's different guys, but they all have the same, jerk. They're the same jerk on a different face. And quit thinking about those things. Think about things that you want. What is it that you want in your perfect mate? What is it that you want in your perfect job? What is it that you want in your perfect life? And focus on those things. And like I said, law of attraction is not going to just drop those things in your lap. If you want a nice new car, it's not going to just show up in your driveway with a red ribbon on it. It's going to manifest in your life through ideas and people you come across and books that you read or an article you may read. And it's going to stimulate ideas for you and download things for you to do to get what you want. And it's just going to align itself that if you're open and you see those things, if you're not open to it, those clues are going to pass right on by. But if you're open to it and you keep an eye open for those clues, those things that you want are going to be attracted into your life. But not if you keep thinking on the things that you don't want, because the universe doesn't understand no or yes. When you focus on something, they think that's what you want. So if you say, I don't want a jerky boyfriend, you're going to get a jerky boyfriend. They don't understand don't want. All they hear is I want. The universe does not hear don't. So you need to think in positive terms and think of what you want and put that out into the universe. And then finally, number 15, stop being ungrateful. No matter what your situation is, no matter how dire the circumstances are, you need to be grateful for what you have. And I guess this means that our time is up because my son is home from school. So be grateful for what you have. Start with where you are, with what you have, and you will get those things that you want in life. Be grateful for what you have, and the universe will bring more things into your life to be grateful for. And I will see you in the next video.